some statistics from parts about the most representative groups in the academies, like for example P3, the end of the first cycle of primary, or the first cycle of primary. And as a area coordinator, we are a bit worried about some results. Why?
Okay, wait, just one thing. 7 centers, 3 new centers and 4 old centers. Okay, chosen randomly.
Yeah, randomly.
Okay.
Randomly. Okay. So why we are worried about as an area coordinator about the results? Okay? Because we are feeling, for example, in this case, in the reading skill, some big gaps between centers. That's not normal. So some center have, for example, in the P3, the reading like almost 9, other centers only 4. So it's not normal. So what is happening?
Discrepancies, we don't really understand why this is happening. If we are all, following the same path, let's say, there should be some kind of coherence, in terms of marks average in general. So if we see that, for example, even between centers and even within the same center,
and in comparison with the center by center and inside the center too. So
just explain them how it works, because I guess they have no idea how. So this is
it's clear.
Great, yes. It was like, no, I understand.
For example, Steve, we are not worried, for example, speaking, because I know our methodology is so, conversational. But for example, in reading, we are worried. So I would like to know your opinion, your feedback. I would like your opinion, your feedback. What is happening in the academy? So for example.
I think in my academy we've got a lot of students that are of a lot lower level than the other students. So I've got a P3 class of 3 students. I would say 2 are of a very low level and 1 is of a very high level. And things like reading you can't improve dramatically in 3 months. I think the placement tests that you need to do with them before they go into the class, so deciding which group they're going to be in, need to be a bit more rigorous and a bit more so that you can place them correctly. Because I know that the students, they're like, oh, I'm the age of P3, so I should be P3, and the parents think that, but often that's not the case. So, yeah.
That's an important point.
Yeah.
Be rigorous, be strict.
I think that we all have these cases,
especially,
right?
Especially using the teacher guides in class and correcting the exam.
So yeah, in suggestions, we'll see that talking about being Andrew, being rigorous, more objective about this. We have like an idea about correcting exams, like correction, policy correction, let's say. We'll talk about this later.
Trying to be more objective, okay? The exams and class, and try, to minimize these gaps between centers. Like it's not normal. We apply every.
It's all about
every
balance.
center in English connection are using the same material, same teacher guide, same books. But it's not normal. So another opinion about this, another idea, what is happening.
Can you see there? I think relevant. Yes,
most of the reading should be done at home.
Yeah,
this
sure.
is the thing that they don't do the homework,
True.
So that's why the speaking is higher and.
We're so happy.
We're happy with it.
Speaking.
With
all levels,
well,
we're doing a great job regarding speaking.
It's working.
Yeah,
it's working.
Speaking is working.
The problem is here. A big gap, for example, between centers. Right in one center is almost 4, in other centers is almost 9 or 7. Big difference.
It could be that it's a flawed study because no group is homogeneous. It could be unique, as Andrew was pointing out that a group could specifically be just not badly selected by the academy, but just have generally a lower base level before you start. I mean, that specifically could be an issue, but I think also there is a remedy for that, and it comes back to our responsibility as teachers to make sure that students, specifically homework, you're absolutely right, but are engaging their skills and are encouraged to engage their skills outside the class in terms of, I mean, I've talked with my students. I haven't successfully implemented yet, but starting an English reader book club. Not everybody has to buy all of them, but every student buys one and they can change them and exchange them. The idea and the objective is that students begin to read for fun. Not because they have to, but they actually gain the skill of actually reading something in English and actually doing it because they want to, not because they have to. And that should be kind of the objective. And I think that's our responsibility to encourage and foster that enthusiasm.
We discussed before, again, remember that English be part of your life. So try to
language is life. Yeah.
Sure. So let's just work together, with your directors, teachers, and coordinators to find solutions for everything. That's the idea. That's why we need to hear from you. I need your feedback about these kind of things.
There are a lot of consonants. I have a lot of students with their consonants, for example.
But this is not the problem, Vanessa. The problem is we are detecting some big
discrepancies.
Between sentences. No. We are using the same material, the same teacher guide, the same book, the same everything. That's not normal. Okay, maybe between sentences can see some gaps and maybe 1 point, 2 points. That's not 5 points.
Yeah.
5 points.
It's too much. Too much. Yeah. Too much. Doesn't make sense.
Next representative group will be like, again, we're happy with
Speaking.
Because the speaking, more or less,
You can feel coherence in there.
it's balance between sentences. It's okay. Our methodology is working again. Problem again, reading. What is happening here, or what is happening here? Writing is almost balanced. Listen, maybe it's only one sentence. But here, again, reading.
This is regarding P5.
Yeah. Okay, P5. You need to force them, to read out of the class.
I have another idea.
Force them.
I have another idea. Why don't we check, for example, like the I sentence, and what are they applying as for now, the way they are teaching their class, and then we try to check the difference between what we are doing and the way he's doing, because it's the same syllabus, the same everything. So basically, it might be some of the things that the teacher is doing or something like that, and we can check it.
Yeah,
it's easy.
Okay, why not?
No.
Again, any idea, any comment about this? What is happening in this?
One thing I'm doing with my students is we are reading a book, but what they have to do is they have to listen to it and read the audiobook. Okay. And in the last part of that exercise, they have to, 4 minutes, they have to actually read it and send the audio recording to me. So it's quite effective, especially for the ones that have a hard time speaking. But it helps them learn to read aloud as well as listen to themselves.
Part of the homework or
Part of the homework. It's a weekly homework.
So, I prefer, to split up homework and, for example, some reading books for family. That's for family.
They do fun reading as well.
It's good. That's good. Any other?
Should exams not be moderated?
Why?
To check there's consistency. If you have some centralized moderation of exam papers, if you take a sample from each academy, they go to central center, and then you can see there's consistency in the marking, or marking is accurate. Or to check it's subjective.
This is one of the main points of today.
We will see that.
Yeah, assessment and the correction policy.
Yeah, criteria.
Criteria.
I have a question. The last year's exams, last school year, so it would have been 2015-16. Were those exams different than the ones we did this time, or simply were the same?
More or less the same.
Mostly the same.
Yeah.
The same. Do we have the same results then?
I don't know. I'm not a coordinator this year.
This is a base. This is our basin right here. So for our next exam, it should be.
Yeah, we will see again. We analyze again the results.
This is our basin.
Yeah, at the end of the year, we'll make average, of the performance of the students during the year. Step by step. Sorry. S2. Probably
Drastic
S2.
S2,
I didn't have
right?
S2.
Classic
Wow.
S2 cat.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Lovely S2.
Go on down, go on down.
Horrible students, I know.
It's just that we have to consider that, right? It's just that we have to consider this this big difference, this big gap, right? So because at the end we all work with the same format, right? And we are not supposed to have like such different students on Huelva or Pino Montano, unless they are the same, right? So we have to consider that, right? Of course, you're right. So it's not maybe it's just depending on the personal the personality of every student or whatever, of the schools of the city or whatever, but just to consider, right? It's an information. For example, again, speaking again, it's good result, good balance. So please follow in this way. But in the skill, you can see a lot of gap. So try to follow teacher guides, so the methodology, to have a standard in English connection. Okay. S4.
It's okay with S4.
B1.
Please.
It's good.
Regarding marks.
More or less.
Good.
Yeah, marks is okay.
It's okay.
Not that well balanced, but it's okay. Yeah, the best one so far, right?
So that and chan.
It's like this is for
I'm not gonna say anything, so please, I would like to receive your feedback about this.
Yeah.
Any conclusion, any idea about what is happening here? Please.
the main conclusion. The main conclusion.
Wait.
Many of them just miss class. I mean, I have students that I see them once a month,
But
twice.
what this chart is showing? What this chart? Any conclusion about this chart?
No.
Ideas?
Very low mark.
Very low marks? Another idea?
No potential for passing the exam.
Oh, thank you! That's it!
No official
Of
exam.
course, of course.
They cannot take the official exam at the end. No Trinity, no Cambridge.
Please, see the pipeline.
And many times they're not even in the first level. They come, they say, I want to take the B2 exam.
I know.
But they
We
come
have the
with a
same.
B1, not even a B1 level, and you're like, maybe you should take it in 2 years. Take the B1, then the B2. And they
For
can't
example,
really say that.
use of English is ridiculous. Let's see. Reading, again, English connection. Speaking is not bad. Okay, almost in every. But again, use of English and reading.
The Speak Out book doesn't really prepare them very well for use of English.
It's a general concept. It's not focused on the official exam. So for that reason, we need to create, or we need to go with our student mock exam.
Yeah, we do.
But I'm so sorry. I don't think Speak Out is that bad.
No, not bad.
With
It's not
use of
focused on-
English.
With use of English, they were very. I showed them an exam, and they were very like, "This is a weird technique. This is something that they hadn't seen before."
Sorry, the exam. You mean?
Yeah,
The English connection exam.
Use of English. No. The actual B2 Cambridge
says
exam.
Cambridge.
I
Okay.
showed them the use of English, and they were very standoff, as if the book hadn't prepared them for it. Now I did do a B2 with the Cambridge book, and the use of English. That's it. They're lifted from the book, and in the exam, it prepared them much better.
Logistically and economically, it's not possible though to have divide our groups up into we want Cambridge and we want Trinity. That's kind of not possible. And I'm with you and everybody. As far as I'm concerned, and I appreciate your point, Josh, that Speak Out is probably the best preparatory book we've had for general B2 level. Head and shoulders above everything. And some of us remember Touchstone.
Yes. Yeah, touchdown. It's your turn. Or Gabo.
Okay, teaching material. Yeah. Okay. As we know, that's what we have for Superminds in general. Teacher's book, student's book, the teacher's guide, let's say, set. For this year, we have something called Test CD-ROM. Could you see that? Sure. Are you using it? Please use it. Please use it. That's good. So there you can find unit tests and progress tests as well. Okay.
That's right. Did they come with the pack?
Yes, it should come. Yeah, it's included.
Where is it possible to download information related to CD-ROM test? Because I think
activated center, but
Yeah, because you have a platform, an interactive platform called Cambridge. We'll see that.
We'll see
later.
that.
okay.
Well, where you can find everything actually.
For
Okay, you
example,
can generate even
Exams.
exams, yes, and tests. You can generate that for each unit, and have like progress tests as well, I guess.
Achievement test,
Yeah,
progress test,
yeah.
unit test, whatever.
So if you don't have this one, you can just do it on the platform. Okay. Prepare. Nothing
Same
special.
material, nothing special, nothing new for this year.
How do you feel about prepare?
good.
The units.
A bit boring. A bit boring.
Yeah,
Say,
boring, but
just a bit boring.
Yeah.
No videos,
Yeah,
no interactions sometimes.
No, there are videos.
There are videos.
There are videos.
Thank you.
My favorite. Oh, you're tricky. You're tricking us.
Yeah, that's it. Are you using the video
But still, I think a bit boring. Just a bit. Ah, this is the back. Thank you, Salah. Blue and red.
Not real.
Okay, yes, we have the teacher's resource book. Are you using the teacher's resource book as well?
Yes.
I didn't publish it.
For the
That's for P2, that's the one for P4.
yeah. Then teacher resource book again. This is the test CD one.
Okay.